number 10, we have Paul Zimmer. So Paul Zimmer is infamous on the internet for trying to change his identity to Troy Becker and then being totally exposed by the internet. So basically Paul got big on Musical.ly, but then he started scamming his fans. And when they started to expose him, he decided to leave the platform. Then many years later, he started posting on his socials again. And then one day he said he was going to be randomly giving away all his social media accounts to this random guy named Troy Becker, just because he looked like him. But since Paul and Troy Becker looked very similar, almost like they were the same person or something, he started to get tons of backlash. But he still stuck with the story, and most recently in March he came out with a video as Troy Becker and tried to convince his fans once again that he was a different person than Troy. So it seemed that he is going to continue with this lie for as long as possible, and we'll try and keep you updated on the channel of any interesting updates. Up at number 9, Keemstar. So Keemstar is actually the talk of YouTube these days, as he's been in an ongoing feud with Ethan Klein after Ethan made a video exposing all the things wrong with Keemstar and Drama Alert. And they've been making response videos back and forth ever since. Keemstar is another person who's been called out for lying plenty of times, with both Ethan and iDubbbz making exposing videos about him, so that his fans can see that he has lied to them on many occasions, by saying outrageous things about other people, usually with no solid proof. In Ethan's recent video, his main points of contention were that Keem has zero empathy for people, only cares about views, has falsely identified multiple people as pedophiles, and went on to completely ruin their reputations as a result, and lastly targeting people on YouTube with mental health issues and excusing this attacking by claiming that mental health issues are not real, and anyone that suffers from them is weak. And there's even more in the almost hour-long video that Ethan put out, if you can believe it, but the main point here is that Keem is called out for being a liar very often in the YouTube space. In at number 8, Trisha Paytas. So of course you guys know there is no way I could make this list without including Trisha, as she's probably one of the most controversial people on the entire platform that's constantly getting in scandals around her lying to her fans. Because there's just no possible way for me to go into detail on all of it, here are a few of the shadiest things that Trisha has allegedly lied to her fans about. One was recently when she announced that she had dissociative identity disorder and discussed all of her different alters. But people were quick to call her out for spreading misinformation about the community and called her out for lying to have the disorder for attention. Then some other things that happened this year was that she came out as transgender, identified once as a chicken nugget, and hyped up a fake wedding to a cardboard cutout of Brad Pitt. But we definitely know that all of this trolling is just for attention. She even said in an interview with Keemstar, quote, "I never cared about being rich or anything, still don't. I just have this constant need for attention. Maybe that's a bad thing, maybe not, but it's how I thrive." So she definitely owns up to that part of things. In at number 7, Sarah McDaniel. Sarah McDaniel rose to prominence in 2016 when she was on the cover of Playboy, and she became known for a very rare and beautiful quirk called heterochromia, where your eyes are different colors. And in interviews to promote her cover, McDaniel talked about growing up with heterochromia and how she had been bullied for it as a child. But after the interview, she started to blow up as the face for heterochromia, until people started exposing her for not actually having the condition. One of the first to expose her was Instagram account Celebface, who posted a series of pictures from the same eye, showing they were different shades of blue and calling her out for having a fake eye. And then after the debate online started to pick up steam and she defended herself as actually having heterochromia, her own father decided to expose her, sharing a picture to the world of her when she was only a child and she had 2 brown eyes. But even after all this, Sarah is still posting pictures of her with different colored eyes on her socials, and people are still calling her out for photoshopping or wearing colored contacts on one eye. But it seems like she's going to be sticking with this alleged lie for a very long time. Up at number 6, Danielle Cohn. So Danielle Cohn got her start on Musical.ly and quickly blew up. But she got a lot of heat for always acting older than she was and for dating boys that seemed much older than her. But she had always claimed to be born in 2004, which would make her 16 as of now. But a lot of people always had issues with this and thought that she was lying. And this lie was proven when her biological father decided to come out on Facebook and expose her for only being 13 at that time, and she would be 14 as of now. After her father exposed her, she of course claimed that he was a liar, and her mother did all they could to deny the allegations, even showing proof of her birth certificate. But at this point, it's kind of a he said, she said, with nobody really knowing the truth, but with most of the internet believing her father. Halfway through at number 5, the Ace family. So the Ace family gets in a lot of drama, and they are constantly being called out for lying to their fans. One of the biggest things that people expose the family for is cheating, with tons of people constantly claiming that Austin is cheating on Catherine, with the biggest one being when Carrigan exposed Austin for being on a boat with many single women, and then exposed Austin for allegedly forcing himself on one of Cole's friends. And then after this, more women came out about Austin's cheating, with some assuming that the couple's relationship is actually completely fake and they're only still together so they can continue to upload videos. There's also been scandals with the family not completing merch sales and promoting inappropriate content to their younger fans. And at number 4, Jake Paul and his assistant Meg. So if you guys remember, back in 2017, Jake Paul's Team 10 house got in a huge battle with FaZe Banks' FaZe house because Jake's assistant Meg accused Banks of assaulting her at a club, as well as cheating on Alyssa. This was even bigger news because, as I'm sure you all know, Jake is Alyssa's ex, and she was dating Banks at that time. The scandal got even bigger when Jake, Meg, and Erica Costell did a video where they explained all the allegations against Banks. Then of course, Banks made a video with Alyssa and Rice Gum telling his side, and he said he was suing Jake for defamation in his video. The whole thing was really messy, and years later Jake admitted in Shane Dawson's series that Banks did not actually do any of the things that he was accused of. But him and Erica stated that they were just trusting Meg, and once they believed she was lying, she was fired. But people are very skeptical over this whole thing, with people claiming that Jake is lying and just wanted to expose Banks, while Meg is still insisting that everything that she said actually did happen. Up at number 3, Jeffree Star. So as we all know, Jeffree is no stranger to controversy, and he actually inserts himself into drama a lot of the time. But the biggest accusation of lying that Jeffree has been a part of is when he called James Charles a predator, among other things, during his Tati feud. But after James presented his receipts and cleared his name, everyone wanted answers from Jeffree as to why he lied, and we never really got it because Jeffree then chose to stop getting involved in the drama, leading many to believe he could not defend himself against the accusations that he lied. But even to this day, Jeffree still stands firm that he was not lying about James, with him going on the Mom's Basement podcast and telling the host that he has proof against James, and that people will find out very soon. But since nothing's actually happened yet, people are still calling Jeffree a huge liar and manipulator, and I guess we will have to wait and see if his accusations hold any water. In at number 2, Sam and Nia. Sam and Nia went viral after Sam surprised his wife Nia with the news that she was pregnant. And if you're wondering how he could know before her, well, basically he dipped the test in a toilet bowl with her urine in it. But anyways, after they posted the video and it started to go viral, only a few days after their first video was posted, the couple posted a follow-up video where they explained they had a miscarriage. But after how quickly this all happened, people started to have their doubts, with tons of medical professionals coming out saying that it's very unlikely the pregnancy test was accurate based on the odd way that it was administered. And then people were confused how in the video they posted after the miscarriage, the couple was like cheery and happy like nothing ever happened, when it usually takes a lot of time to get over something so painful. Then it got stranger when Sam announced that he was quitting his career as a nurse to focus on vlogging. But then BuzzFeed News got in contact with his hospital and they said they had no record of him quitting. And after this, people were pretty sure that if he lied about this, the couple could definitely have lied about their pregnancy, as many has suspected. But to this day, the couple insists that it was not a lie, and we may never really know the truth. So taking the number 1 spot, Nikocado Avocado. So Nick is another person that is no stranger to controversy and scandal. But sadly for him, a lot of the drama that he gets involved in online is very close to home, with most of it being with his husband Orlin. Nick and Orlin are constantly making videos online saying that they are going to break up with one another, and each of them makes revealing videos talking about intimate parts of their relationship to their viewers. But since the two constantly say they're breaking up but never actually do, a lot of viewers are starting to think a lot of this drama is completely fabricated, and that both people are just trying to make up the craziest and messiest stories to put online to get them more views and money. And at this point, his fans are so over all this drama, they ask him in the comments to just stick to eating food in his videos and stop telling them so much about his relationship. But I'm just hoping that if all the toxic stuff in their relationship is true, they both get the help they need.
Monday of this week, my children were the targets of attempted kidnapping, which is such a weird thing to even vocalize. but it happened.
Recently, an influencer mom named Katie Sorensen claimed that her children had been the victims of an attempted kidnapping. That video went viral almost immediately, but after police investigated the incident, things did not exactly turn out the way Katie thought that they would. An influencer mom who initially accused a Latino couple of trying to kidnap her children has just been charged with giving false information to the police. This incident, which took place at a Michael's in California back in December, soon went viral because of the outrageousness of the claim. The influencer mom has been identified as Katie Sorensen, and despite accusing a couple of an attempted kidnapping, the Petaluma Police Department found no evidence to support these claims. Although the Sonoma County District Attorney's Office did confirm with the press that Sorensen had been charged with 2 misdemeanors and is supposed to appear in court on May 13th. In the video that has since been removed, Sorensen claimed that the couple, later identified as Sadie Vega Martinez and Eddie Martinez, had followed her around the store and made comments about her kids on December 7, 2020, as reported by Sarah L. Arshani at Insider.com. Not too long after Katie had posted the videos online, the police actually commented on the situation in a press release and said that Sorensen had provided a different account of the event that included significant information that was not shared with the Petaluma Police Department on December 7th or before her videos were posted to social media. They go on to say, on the afternoon of December 14th, a Petaluma Police Department detective and officer re-interviewed the reporting party. She was definitive that the couple approached her children's stroller and that the male reached for it. She stated that she would testify to that fact and that she wanted the couple prosecuted. The reporting party was shown still photos taken from Michael's security video of the couple and positively identified them as the same couple she had alleged were trying to kidnap her children. After the police released CCTV footage of the couple in question, they actually came forward to identify themselves and fully cooperated with the police because they genuinely couldn't believe what they were being accused of. Sadie Vega Martinez said at the time, "I couldn't believe it. It's like we're literally guilty of being brown while shopping." Once the police had determined that no crime had actually taken place, the accused couple then turned the tables on Sorensen and asked for her to be prosecuted instead. Sadie considered this as a case of racial profiling and would later say at a rally several days later, "Do you really think it's okay to go online and be racist and make stories about a family? It's hard enough to be a Latin family in a white community. To get up and go shopping one day and then be accused of trying to abduct somebody's children is heartbreaking. Unfortunately, we have targets on our back." In Sorensen's initial claim, she had stated that the couple had purchased nothing in the store and then apparently followed her outside of the parking lot. However, this surveillance photo clearly shows the couple making a purchase before leaving, which means Katie saw this couple in the store, walked out safely to her car, and then concocted this story for social media. Henry K. Lee had been reporting on this incident back in December of 2020, and one of Sadie's friends commented to further the cause to prosecute Katie. They write, "This is my friend and I'm angry she got profiled. She's a wonderful mother and grandmother and does not need anyone's children. Hashtag prosecute Katie for being a racist targeting any couple based on appearance." And as I mentioned earlier, Katie has indeed been charged with 2 misdemeanors and is scheduled to appear in court on May 13th. Following news of the charges, Vega Martinez told the Petaluma Argus-Courier, "We're very happy with the news. It's a nice step toward justice. It gives you hope."
And at number 10, Ava Louise. So if you heard the rumors of Kanye and Jeffree Star potentially hooking up, you can thank Ava Louise, as she was the person who exposed the rumor on social media. But the skeptics have won, because Ava is now walking back the rumors and told her TikTok account that she made the whole thing up. In the TikTok, she shared a voice memo with it saying in part, quote, "I'm not even getting sued. I made this entire scandal up. There's literally not one bit of truth to anything I have said." And the sued part is off claims that she made that she was getting sued by the Kardashians. But people are still thinking that the Jeffree and Kanye rumors are true, because in her next TikTok, she wore red to signify Kris Jenner made her walk the claims back. So we may never know the truth, but it seems like she flat out lied about everything for clout. And at number 9, Cole Carrigan. Cole Carrigan is another male beauty guru, if you didn't know. And Cole has claimed that he is actually the beauty guru that Ava Louise was talking about in her viral TikTok that made people think that Kanye was cheating with Jeffree Star. Cole even showed tons of receipts of him talking with Kanye's bodyguard, with the two finding a time and place for Kanye and Cole to meet. But of course, you can't post a video like that and not get contacted by Jenner Communications. So Cole was forced to post a follow-up video where he said the bodyguard is suing him and he has to apologize to Kim and Kanye to avoid getting sued. But in his video, Cole took more jabs at the family and did not sincerely apologize. So I think that means Cole is definitely going to be seeing further legal action from the family. And only time will tell how much of Cole's story was true. And at number 8, Danielle Cohn. Danielle Cohn's age has been a thing of speculation for years now. It started last year when her father came out on Facebook and exposed that she was 13 at the time, even showing her birth certificate. Speculation about her age sparked again in 2020 when she insinuated that she was only 14 on Instagram Live. In the live stream, she was talking about the possibility of having kids with her boyfriend Mikey Tua. She said yes, but not now as she's too young. adding, quote, but obviously in, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years maybe, when I'm like 19 or 20. And if you do the math on that, she could have let it slip that she was only 14 at that time, which would match up to her father's timeline. And at number 7, Daisy Keech. If you guys remember, a while ago, massive drama was started when Daisy Keech came out claiming that she was one of the founders of the Hype House. At that time, people thought the only founders were Chase Hudson and Thomas Petrue, but Daisy posted a video later on claiming that she was part of the house from the beginning and gave her proof of an e-transfer to back it up. But then the Hype House manager Thomas Petrue posted his own videos, showing way more receipts than Daisy did. As of now, both videos are deleted. In the end, nothing really came out of the feud other than lots of clout for all parties involved. But the vast majority of Hype House members took Thomas's side over Daisy's, so I have a feeling that he was telling the truth all along. And at number 6, Mikah Neufield. A Canadian TikTok star went viral after he made a video claiming that all of McDonald's drink sizes hold the same amount of liquid inside them, which he knew because he worked there. The clip shows the McDonald's employee pouring a Coke into a small McDonald's cup, then tipping the entire contents into a medium-sized cup, and then transferring that into a large cup. And each cup is full, proving that all of them are the same size, right? Well, not actually, because the comments of the video are filled with skeptics claiming that there's obviously liquid in the bottom of each glass that isn't full. However, there were some McDonald's employees telling people to never get ice in their drinks. I guess they always kind of take a little bit out. And even though we never got the truth here, it's physically impossible for them to all hold the same amount of liquid. Halfway number 5, Paul Zimmer. This drama with Paul Zimmer is so ridiculous, I can't even believe it really happened. I'm just happy we all caught on to it pretty quickly. Zimmer started out on Musical.ly, but was disgraced after he was exposed for getting money from his followers, and then not even doing the things he was paid for, like shoutouts and other stuff like that. And the backlash was so bad he left the internet in 2017. But then he mysteriously came back to social media in October of 2019, joking that he met an actor who looked exactly like him, saying in the caption of a picture he posted of them together, quote, "This actor at Troy Becker IG kid literally looks like a younger, sexier version of me. I don't even use social media anymore, but had to post this, haha." He then tagged Troy Becker, who didn't have many followers at that time. Then a few posts later, Zimmer randomly said that he is done with social media and claimed that he was going to be giving his accounts to Troy Becker, the kid he apparently had just met. But it didn't take long for the internet sleuths to find out that Troy and Paul were actually the same person, and the whole thing was just a terrible rebrand gone very wrong. And at number 4, D'Amelio's cheating. While competing in the Mr. Beast Creator Games competition, in which the winners were going to be awarded $300,000 as a donation to their fans, many people accused the D'Amelio family of cheating. For starters, the team were supposed to be in pairs of 2, so naturally Charlie and Dixie were the team. And then even though it was only supposed to be the 2 of them, their parents Heidi and Mark also joined in, and based on the reaction of the live video, it didn't look like Mr. Beast approved it beforehand. But then it got worse, and even though the family of 4 already had an advantage against the other teams of 1 and 2, they were caught blatantly looking off camera for the answers. There was even a photo of both of the parents clearly using a phone during the competition. Mr. Beast tweeted out in defense of the family, but it was clear from the footage that, they blatantly cheated in a charity game. And at number 3, Noah Beck. This one's pretty lighthearted, but still pretty juicy, so I thought I'd include it anyway. So Dixie D'Amelio and Noah Beck, who are dating, took a lie detector test on Dixie's YouTube channel. And honestly, it was a little hard to watch because of just how personal so many of the questions got. But one of the juiciest questions was when Dixie asked Noah if he was attracted to James Charles, with Noah laughing and saying no. But the lie detector guy later revealed that Noah was actually lying in that answer and did find James Charles attractive. And I can't blame him whatsoever. James Charles would probably steal my man any day of the week. However, I do have to add that the reason you see the same lie detector guy all the time is because allegedly he'll make the answers whatever the person wants. So they could have forced Noah to lie so that they would have some tea in the video, just a theory. And at number 2, Claudia Conway. Claudia Conway went viral on TikTok over the last year because she's been making videos exposing her mother, Kelly Ann Conway, a former Trump advisor. Claudia makes it very clear in her TikToks that she's against her mother's views and the fact that she doesn't follow COVID guidelines. However, Claudia was called out for being a hypocrite when she threw a huge party of her own during COVID. And although some people were wearing masks, most were not. After the incident, most of her followers turned on her. This then prompted her to make a 6-part apology series explaining how she did have a party, but she did follow all guidelines, and things ended up getting out of hand when other people showed up that were not invited. But not everyone believed her story. And finally at number 1, Madison Beer. Madison Beer is someone who is constantly called out for her looks. because even though she's a singer, she is best known to the public as a beautiful Instagram model. And she constantly claps back at people that call her out for getting filler and not admitting it. In a few that's now deleted, one TikToker yelled to the camera, quote, "When Madison Beer is consistently lying about her face and her body and how she's naturally that way and setting unrealistic body and face standards for women and all girls around the world, I lose my effing mind." As a response to that going viral, Madison went on Instagram Live and defended the fact that she has never had fillers, saying in the live, quote, "Yes guys, I got my lips done when I was younger and I effing regretted it and hated it and I got them dissolved. This is literally my natural face. Shut up already. It's so annoying." Then showing herself smiling versus not smiling and showing the difference it makes in her face. But it's hard to know what is true and what's not. She was later called out for a Photoshop fail, where the glass was magically cut on one side and on the other, making people think she enhanced her butt. Then she was also called out for hiding at a plastic surgeon's office. So I'm not going to say that she's lying or not, I don't really know, but I will say that I don't think anybody would care if she did have work done, because even if she did, I believe it's very minimal anyways.